When the first generation R8 launched in 2007, it was an instant success. It made amateurs feel like driving gods, but still looked and sounded epic. 8 years on, and this is the all-new R8. And while the sharper exterior might look like little more than a facelift, every component is brand new.
Right, before we go and tear it up on the Portimao race circuit out there, I thought I'd get the technical lecture out the way nice and early with the help of this handy prop that Audi has supplied here. What it shows is the new R8 chassis. It's shared with the Lamborghini Huracan and it combines aluminium with carbon fibre. There's 13% carbon fibre in here. The result is it's about 50 kilograms lighter than its predecessor, but 40% stiffer. There's lots and lots of other technical highlights as well, and I'll just rattle through some of them now. We've got optional adaptive dampers at each corner. We've got double wishbone aluminium suspension that's now bolted directly to the chassis. There's an electromechanical steering system, which we'll give a go in a minute. And in terms of engines and gearboxes, well, there's no manual option, I'm afraid. It's only an S-tronic twin clutch auto, and you can only get a V10 engine from launch, although it is in 2 states of tune. You know, that's not such a bad thing, given that Audi has absolutely nailed that formula. But anyway, enough of this talking, enough of the technical stuff. Let's get out on track and do what we came here to do, and that's drive it. Off we go, Portimao circuit, in the dark, famous for its blind crests, amazing elevation, tight turns. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so what should we talk about first? Well, I think we better start with the powertrain. Where else? Because we've got a 5.2 litre V10, 602 brake horsepower. That's the same as the Lamborghini Huracan, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. And of course, it's not turbocharged, so you get maximum power at 6,500 revs, and it revs all the way to 8,500, and that means it sounds like that. And I tell you what, you can keep your turbocharged V8s, because I'd take this V10 any day. It's absolutely incredible. Throttle pickup is absolutely instant. The gearbox, well, it's another engineering marvel, this thing. The gear changes are just so quick. They happen in the blink of an eye. They've even had to engineer in a little kick in the back on upshifts to make it feel more visceral. The steering, it's electromechanical. It's really, really sharp. It's quite light. It doesn't have the feedback of, say, a 911, but then not a lot of things do. But I'd steer clear of the variable ratio setup. Just go with the standard setup. It's a lot better. And the brakes, well, carbon ceramic is standard on this V10 Plus, and the stopping power is just phenomenal with them. The Quattro system can send up to 100% of the power to each axle, and normally 4-wheel drive means it kills the fun, it's boring, there's loads of grip, but not a lot else. But in this new R8, let me tell you, it's really, really fun in performance mode now. Get on the throttle, it really plays around there, bouncing off the limiter. Let me tell you, this thing is a lot more lively than you think a 4-wheel drive supercar would be. But the thing is, it's balanced, it's beautifully balanced mid-corner, it's predictable, a few degrees of oversteer, but anyone could handle it. You don't need to be a racing driver to get the most out of it, and for me, that's the big thing about this car. It's just brilliant.
Of course, this being an Audi, how it behaves on the road is just as important as flat out on a track. So that's where we're heading.
Right, so if I calm down a bit and turn the drive select mode into comfort via this button here, that's done. I turn the exhaust from sports into standard mode, there we go, and the gearbox from manual into automatic. Well, this thing really is as easy to drive as an Audi TT. Okay, so I sit a little bit lower, it feels a bit wider on the road, and the visibility isn't quite as good, although it is better than the Lamborghini Huracan, I'll tell you that. But it's just so usable, so easy to use on normal roads. You really could use it as your daily driver. You even get the same virtual cockpit 12.3-inch digital screen behind the wheel as the TT. But if I'm going to be super critical, well, perhaps this interior isn't quite as special as I'd hoped. The vents, the aircon controls down here, they're integrated into the vents in the TT and not here, and it doesn't feel quite as special. But honestly, I think I'm nitpicking. That's the thing about this car. It forces you to scratch your head, to really think, to find any faults whatsoever. The new R8 proves that Audi still knows how to make a great sports car. This thing is loud, it's powerful, it's playful on the limit, but still a pussycat if you want to drive it at normal speeds. So a lot like the old R8 then, but plus 10% in the areas that matter. And that's fine by us.
Click on the video windows to watch our review of the Porsche Boxster Spider or the Ferrari 488 GTB. Click on the play icon to watch our latest video, or click on the Auto Express logo to subscribe to our channel.